Hey y'all, how's it going? It's kind of like a stormy day. I kind of feel like this is gonna be a little bit of like a, I don't know, one of those readings, you know what I mean? But I wanted to do a reading and just want to see what comes out. So let us see. I need to move this closer to me, Jesus Christ. Well, okay, sorry. All right, there we go, a little better. Okay, so let's get into this reading, y'all. See what's going on. I swear. Here we go. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah. Okay. All right, y'all, what is going on? Ooh, 6 of Wands, baby. Okay. So I feel like what I'm getting here is like being real is what will make you successful. Okay. Being real is what will make you successful. We don't all have good days all the time. Okay. Maybe that's part of the message here. Sometimes we have off days, weird days, or low energy days or something like that is what I'm getting. That there's, I don't know, like a realness to the imperfection. And I'm hearing some of you could be like curating your life a little bit. And Spirit's saying, stop doing that. Accept the, accept the imperfection. Okay, I've got the Queen of Wands coming out here. Oh, I'm so sorry, that's the Empress. See, it's something about making mistakes, I feel like is actually what is going to show your realness, I guess. We have the King of Cups in reverse. Okay, so some people could be just straight certified haters. It wouldn't matter if you were perfect. They wouldn't know you from a hole in the ground, okay? They wouldn't be able to see your worth anyway, okay? Like, look at the way these two cards are coming out together. The Empress is sitting, looking at this person. This person is upside down, looking in the other direction, okay? So don't let other people project your worth, you know, or project like what they think of your worth, right? 6 of Swords in reverse. So some of you may be feeling like a little bit held back right now is what I'm getting. 4 of Swords, but something's telling me to keep going here. Like I just wanted to pull another card right away. And this is about resting, okay? The 4 of Swords is somebody who has taken the time to rest after like a difficult time, a difficult battle, recovering from illness, like whatever. So something is coming through about like not always having it all together, or not always having like the answer, not always having like a perfection to like your plans or like the way you move, or like maybe making mistakes somehow is like, this is how you weed people out, okay, is also what I'm hearing. Like I said, it wouldn't matter if you were 10 toes down and like 10 fingers up. I don't know why I said that, but it wouldn't matter if you were perfect or not. It wouldn't matter because people like that would not see you either way. So something is like you're recovering people pleaser. Okay, getting here, some of you are recovering from overthinking, overgiving, over blah blah blah, fill in the blank. Okay, doing too much. Look, the Fool, starting over fresh, something new. Okay, with the Fool card, there's also a bit of caution. But I'm getting more so like this is about just like letting bygones be bygones is what I'm hearing too. Letting it go. Letting go of the people who, you know, don't serve you, but like letting go of the people who didn't get it, who didn't want to watch you grow, didn't want to pour, you know, water in your garden, you know, is what I'm getting here. The Magician in reverse. People cannot, okay, somebody needs to hear this. People cannot like influence or have power over your life. Okay, some people can, but I'm getting here, there's a lot less control. Like we have a lot less control than we think, and somebody definitely thought that they could control you by rejection. I don't know why I'm getting this. This is like some sort of like you being like, the fuck? Somebody out there is like, excuse me? And look at that, 7 of Wands. It's taught you to have boundaries, and it's almost like you're kind of like, I could give a fuck. You know what I mean? I could give a fuck. You do not control me. You do not control my destiny, my future. It's like you're dropping all this baggage is what I'm feeling like. And it may be a little bit ugly, okay, is what I'm getting. Maybe a little messy, a little bit you know, I don't know, I'm hearing the word toxic. Like maybe there's some toxicity that you've been moving through. And it could be, again, the environment. It could be people around you. It could be your own toxicity. Whatever it is, it's like you're just like, you're moving through it, just like an illness. You know what I mean? You're just like, kicking it out of your body. And I'm getting this new beginning energy. Ace of Swords in reverse. So the future's not always clear. Sometimes the way that we win, like our future, like there's this crown also here with the Ace of Swords. It's almost like your crown, like you don't really know like how your crown is going to come to be. Okay. It's something about this imperfection and this messiness, this nastiness. I don't know how to explain it. Page of Coins, because you're always willing to learn. So you learn from every experience. You learn from the discomfort. You learn from, like, I'm just getting, I don't know why, you learn from the disgusting, right? Okay. And from like the messiness and like the yuckiness. I don't know why. You learn from it. It's like your body gets familiar with it almost. Like it's kind of like, I'm getting here also, like sometimes there's just things in your environment that you can't control and you just have to endure it, or you just have to exist through it in a way, if that makes sense. I'm a little chilly. I'm going to grab a sweater. I'll keep talking to you guys though, so you don't get bored. But it's almost like you're finding ways to move through it and move around it and figure out like what can we do? Like what can I do to make this easier on myself? Or how do I adapt? Okay. I think adaptability is a big one. So it's kind of like I was saying, like an illness almost is like your body learns how to fight it off. And then your body becomes even stronger because of it. And next time around, you're even better at dealing with it. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Again, letting go. Letting go of the need to be in control. The need to have everything figured out. The need to, I don't know, like I'm getting like exercise your will, okay? And this could be like over an outcome, over the universe in general, like the way that things line up, the way that the stars align. You can't do it, you know? Knight of Wands. It's like you just need to keep going. Like knights are in the process of valor, right? Or like they're in the process of learning, or like slaying the dragon in a way, or like you're in the process of like earning your keep is what I'm hearing too. Some of you may just be in some type of transition right now where you're like working through the toxicity, like whatever it is. I don't know. And the Emperor in reverse. Okay, so some of y'all, I don't know, like my readings are gender neutral, okay? But the way that tarot is designed is it is definitely very binary. So we have to kind of like work with that. Again, the toxicity, right? Or like working with the toxicity. So like part of this, I feel like, is that some of you may have been dealing with some toxic masculine energy, okay? And you're kind of like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, you know, like I'm not seen, I'm not heard, I'm not recognized for like my value. And I'm letting go of that. Like I'm letting go of the outcome. I'm letting go of the need to be understood or recognized. And I'm just dropping that burden, that baggage of like, oh, I'm not good enough. Like, but you have to realize this is not a you thing. Like the part that is you is just literally persevering. Okay. But the part that is not you, that you can't control, that is not your problem, I can sense here is really somebody else's problem. Okay. Because the masculine energy on this board is coming out in reverse. Okay. The Empress is in the upright. The Tower. I'm telling you right now, something is crumbling, whether it's your mentality, something in your environment. I'm just getting here that like you, wow. So the message coming through here is like, you see, again, I'm not trying to lean too much into the gender thing, but you can see like this, you know, more femme presenting person is like falling, and so is this masculine, but it's like this person's closer to the ground, you know? Like I feel like you're more humble. Maybe you've been humbled in the past or something, but it's like you're closer to the ground, you're more grounded. The injury that you will sustain is much less than this person because you've already fallen so far, if that makes sense. I don't know. But someone who's on a high horse, or someone who thinks that they are, you know, in control or whatever, they fall much harder. Oh, it's like the bigger you are, the harder you fall. Interesting. So, I don't know. When this crumbles, Judgment card. I feel like you're not seeing things clearly. That's what's coming through. And the Ace of Swords in reverse also is like a lack of clarity. So like, I don't think you're seeing things quite clearly. I feel like we all have judgment that will be passed upon us, all right? At some point in life, it's just about like dharma and karma, the path we walk, you know, the decisions we make. So there's something in this energy that's like a little bit like difficult, or it's almost like, I don't know, like, yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's like when you have a fever, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like you're just like burning through something. Something about love here too. Like there's something about romance here. And I feel like this romance energy, oh, I just saw the Ten of Pentacles. It's almost like you have, wow, okay. Interesting. It's like you have sacrificed and you have been sacrificed, if that makes sense. You have been turned away or turned down, and you have sacrificed a lot to prove yourself in the past, I'm getting. Which is toxic, right? Like, why would you want to try and prove yourself to someone who doesn't get it, or who doesn't see you, doesn't value you? It's like a total waste of energy, you know, especially if someone's not in their right mind, or they're not in their right energy. Knight of Pentacles coming out, and it wanted to flip out in the reverse. I'll take it. So the way that I see that is like, the Knight of Pentacles is like the slowest moving knight in the deck, they say, but it's also the most stable. So something about stability and the willingness to put in the work, the willingness to thrive through the discomfort of building a relationship is what I'm getting. I feel like in the past you've encountered a lot of people who just did not have that fortitude. They truly just did not have the skill set to be able to meet you where you are in your glory, is what I'm hearing, in the way that you show up. And I feel like that has really, like, I don't know, it's like really it's really bothered you. I'm getting a lot of words from this, but it's like it's burdened you, it's bothered you, it's surprised you, it's annoyed you. Okay. And I'm just getting here like you're letting that go. I don't know what that is or why you would have held on to that, but it might be because it made you question yourself, and you're starting to realize like, and with this Judgment card in reverse, it's like you are letting go of the judgment of others. Like you're judging people less for their Ace of Swords in reverse again. Not seeing things clearly. Why are we not seeing things clearly? Ooh, Five of Pentacles. You've probably left some people out in the cold too, is what I'm getting. I think you've probably left some people out in the cold too, okay? And maybe, look, you've got the Queen of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck too. So some of this could be your fault. Okay. I'm sorry to say. Again, you may have judgment passed upon you too, but it's a little bit less so because you haven't really done people dirty the way that maybe you have been done dirty. But it's something about like you're letting go of the burden of guilt, self-sabotage. I don't know, I'm getting a lot. I knew this reading was going to be a little bit heavier or a little bit darker than usual. The Emperor in reverse again. Wow. We just got two double cards, okay? Ace of Swords in reverse and an Emperor in reverse. Something about not being honest, not speaking your truth clearly, not seeing things clearly, and not cutting through the noise. And also with the Emperor in reverse, again, this kind of toxic masculine energy. This could also be your energy, okay? Like, don't, shoot the messenger, but like, I'm getting this is like a two-way street is what I'm hearing. This is a two-way street. You may have hurt some people along the way too. And maybe that's what you're not seeing clearly. Maybe you've kind of buried that where you're like, yeah, well, but this person X, Y, and Z. And maybe you've been kind of judgmental and quick to cut people off in the past. Okay. It's not always a bad thing because I feel like there's some sense of like self-preservation that happens, But like you could have, I'm getting here, whoa, the Ten of Cups coming out here. It takes a lot to build a relationship like this. It takes two. And it takes, wow, do you see how the camera refocused? You need to refocus. You need to realize that nobody's perfect. Again, with this imperfection message that's coming through, nobody's perfect. Some people really do lack the skill set and the self-control to be in a relationship. And when you recognize that in somebody, it's kinder to not even give them a chance, to be honest with you, because I think you've probably revealed to people how ill-equipped they were and how lacking they were in the skills necessary to build a relationship. And I'm getting here that my legs are cold now. I have my little windows open. But it's kind of like, I'm getting here that like you maybe in your kind of like quest to build a relationship, maybe you have given people a chance who didn't have the fortitude or the ability to be in a relationship like that with you. And you giving them the opportunity to basically showcase how ill-equipped they are, I think maybe like kind of hurt them in a way. Look, dude, no freaking way. I split the deck on the 7 of Wands. Yeah, you've definitely hurt some people. I'm just getting that. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. That's what I'm getting. And I think by showing people how, like, it's almost like, how do I put this? It's like going into business with somebody who doesn't really have the upfront investment. Okay? I don't know where this is coming from, but it's like, it's almost like you're going into business with someone who doesn't have the upfront investment. The fool again, dog. I can't make this stuff up. That's crazy. It's like you are letting this go. And by letting this go, not only are you like giving people, you're kind of like, okay, you're giving other people a second chance. And not with you, but just in life. It's almost like you're letting go of this judgment that you maybe have held against other people who maybe just didn't, like I said, have the skill set or like even the vision, like to see you clearly. And in those cases, it's almost like it's their prerogative, it's their life, right? And if they are not, they don't want to, or they're not able to show up for you like that, it's almost like this level of like disappointment and like hurt that you've had because of those experiences in the past. It's almost like you're like, oh, like that person just wasn't qualified. And that doesn't necessarily reflect on them in this horrible way, like, oh, this person is just, you know, I mean, some people really bite off more than they can chew, though. They'll tell you all kinds of things that they cannot, they're basically writing checks that their ass can't cash. That's basically what I'm getting here. And sometimes we do that, right? Like we want something, and so we try, and then we fail, you know? And there's something about this imperfection and this failure that being real is actually the key to your success. So it's almost like these people even just trying to be with you, okay, was an opportunity that they were not able to really hold up their end of the deal. And I feel like you need to know that those people learned from that. And maybe the way that you're seeing them is maybe like a past version of them. And it's almost like you letting go of this judgment, you letting go of the past, letting go of the pain, healing through this, whatever it was. It's like you're actually releasing them too. Like you're releasing them from like the guilt or the, I'm hearing like the desperation or like the disappointment in themselves, this like shame, that's what it is. Guilt, shame. It's like you're releasing people from that by letting it go and being like, look, I don't even judge you for it at this point. Like I'm not even mad at you actually anymore. Like I forgive you and I want nothing but the best for you. And like we all have to start somewhere, okay? Not all of us are equipped for that sort of thing. And you know, it's like if you never try, if you never try, you never succeed. So even if you tried and you failed, like, hey, you know, it is what it is. And like I'm not holding it against you anymore, basically. It's like you're not holding grudges, okay? And people have to learn their lessons, and In some ways, you're almost like, oh, I think that, dude, I saw this earlier, and I swear to God, okay, I swear. Just the universe knows. Look, 2 of Cups in reverse. This is totally about, I feel like, and some of you may or may not resonate with this, that's fine. Might not be a reading, but this, I feel like, is for some reason about a romantic situation. It's almost like the 2 of you are, like, the way that this is showing up is like, both of these fools are going in different directions. Brand new beginnings in different directions. And it's like this love situation that didn't work out between the 2 of you actually catalyzed like a whole new brand new beginning for both of you. And you both may have felt hurt by the situation, but like it has actually catalyzed your growth in a lot of ways. I'm getting here to pull from the top and the bottom. Interesting. The 10 of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So you both could be carrying wounds from your past, okay? And you could be carrying wounds from rejection, lack of love, something like that. Maybe this person actually experienced a lot more hurt in their life than maybe they were letting on. And maybe they're overcompensating for that reason. Look at that, the Judgment card again, and the 3 of Cups in reverse. I almost get that the both of you have experienced rejection and judgment. And like socially, I'm getting for some reason. And you're both healing from that. And for some reason, there's just something about like, I don't know, 8 of Cups in reverse. There's been some sort of difficulty from like in moving on from that or something like that. I don't know. But basically this reading is coming through as like a little bit of a difficult energy. Look at that. That's so crazy. The way that this is showing up, I have to show you, like, I have to face it this way. So you have the 4 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles. Look, 2 people facing away from each other again. And it's almost like you're working on yourselves, you know? And I feel like there's something really significant or like important about that. Something really beautiful about that too. You know, like something about this really catalyzed and pushed you to be better, to be different, to let go, to heal. I don't know, to do away with the darkness. I'm just speaking off the top of my head here. Speaking off the cuff, there's something about the duality of this situation. Yeah, that there's like realizing like, whoa, like there's a blind spot, or like I'm not seeing something clearly, I'm not being honest with myself, or I'm not being King of Wands in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse again. You are kidding me. There's something in here for somebody. Look, Queen of Wands in reverse too. Both of you, okay, two-way street. Both of you have something to learn from this. Both of you do. Yep. The Star. It's almost like the kindness, again, of recognizing where someone is and not even giving them the rope to hang themselves with, if that makes sense. Not even giving, just don't even give them the opportunity to hurt you or themselves. That's a tough lesson. Because you want to see the best in people, or you want to give people a chance, and you think giving them a chance is the kind thing to do. But giving someone a chance to do something knowing they can't do it is just setting them up for failure. I feel like this came from a lack of confidence for some reason. With these two being in reverse, it's like almost like you guys were you were a pair made in hell, basically. You both were going to hurt each other in the end. And I think part of that is because there's some lack of self-confidence that led the two of you to be together for some reason. I don't know. This is a tough reading, y'all. This is and I knew it would be. I kind of did. I already knew it was going to be a little tough. But, I don't know. Spirit's saying there's something to be learned here. There's some light at the end of the tunnel, or like some, I don't know, like, I feel like this is the type of reading that needs the In the Shadows Oracle. Okay. I never want to feel that way again, and I understand you better now. Yeah, I think you guys both learned something very valuable, and maybe you're still, ooh, I fantasize about you in reverse. So, like, I feel like this person doesn't want to fantasize about you, and I feel like, likewise, you don't either. Yes, it is too late. I mean, you recognize that this thing is over, but it's like the echo of it is still lingering, or the lesson is still being learned somehow. I don't know. What do we need to know, Spirit? Because this Ace of Swords in reverse is telling me that there's something that's not being said, or there's something that's not true. I don't know, some deceit that occurred that maybe you don't even know that this deceit occurred. Whoa. I just heard a door slam. Whoa. Maybe somebody lied. Ooh, that's not good. Somebody lies, Spirit? Spirit's like, you already know. I guess I already know. I wondered how far this would go. Yeah, somebody knew this wasn't going to work out. I'm happy that it's over. Yeah. I mean, I feel like for whoever this reading is for, like, you definitely don't want to do that shit again. I fear that you will reject me. I think that this really started off on the wrong foot is what I'm getting, because it was not coming from a place of wholeness and of, again, having that skill set. But what is with this lie? Or like, what am I getting this feeling that like somebody feels guilty about something? I've been here before with others. Dude, that's what I was literally wondering, was like, did this person cheat and they just lied about it? I'm sorry, that's so fucking messy. That's so fucking messy. I don't trust you. Wow. I am different now. See, there's something about this growth and this learning, but I don't need your approval. And that is for you, honey. You don't need anybody's approval. And that's what you're learning. And that is what you are learning. This other person, I'm not sure what they're learning. Maybe they're learning, you know, that they have more growing to do. They have more learning to do. They need to grow into themselves more. But that is crazy. I pretend that I don't care. Excuse me. Very interesting. I don't know. There's something about this is like, there's something that you didn't know that was kept from you. And so you had no way of making a real decision here because you couldn't see things clearly. But there's something about dishonesty, not speaking frankly. But I mean, like, this 10 of Cups came out though, okay? So for some of you, for those of you who need to hear it, like, I feel like this type of relationship is very much possible for you. It's very much in your future. Even with all of this, you know, all these reversals and all this garbage that you are sifting through and working through and coming through on the other side, it's like there's something about this that, I mean, just really, dog, I took the easy way out. I mean, like, you already know this, right? Like, I feel like instead of being honest, I feel like this person sabotaged their way out of this relationship in order to protect themselves from the reality of not being good enough for you. I almost didn't even want to say it, but it was like, this Ace of Swords in reverse is really making me want to speak plainly here. What a burden. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm just, I don't know. There's something about this is like, ugh, big ugh. And that was part of the reason why, like, also I knew that this was going to be like kind of a weird reading because I could feel it, you know? But like, I guess the takeaway here is that, you are cutting through the noise. You're cutting through the noise. I don't know. I feel like I need to end it there. But yeah, hopefully you got something from this, because this was kind of a messy reading, if I'm being honest. But it's kind of crazy how we got so much. We got triple confirmation, double confirmation throughout, like, using all these different decks. And I just think that there's something in this that you're still discovering to this day. And I think that in discovering more about this, like the purpose of it, or like what really occurred, or like blah-de-blah-de-blah, something tells me you're going to interact with this person again. I don't know. Some of you could be in this kind of like pause moment. Like, I don't know, you're working through some toxicity, you're letting things go. There's just something in here that's just like a little bit yucky. And I kind of want to like know more about it, but at the same time, like I feel like I need to end this reading. So anyway, we'll come back at it again, y'all. Drop those burdens, let it go. Do it for yourself and for this other person, because I don't know why. It's almost like you're just like, you're releasing them. And in the same token, it's almost like you're going to, I feel like, interact with this person again for some reason. And I feel like you're going to kind of see things more clearly. Because I don't know if like they're going to like be like drunk and like tell you something. Okay, try and tell you about yourself, whatever it is. But like, I don't know. I just think you should, I think you should not worry. I think you should let it go. And I think that you should be open to new love moving forward. Okay, bye.